Hey everyone, Matt Williams with MPW. Welcome to today's video. So today we are taking a look at how to connect ForeFlight on an iPad to X-Plane 11 without losing any FPS. I'm Matt Williams, Mr. MPW. Join us as we take to the skies in various flight simulators using different plugins, different technology, different things to learn how to fly safely and efficiently. Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Just a quick one, hopefully, to help some of you X-Plane 11 users in particular out who have been asking on the Discord server and dropping me emails and messages in to say, how do we connect ForeFlight on our iPads, on our mobile devices, like you do, to X-Plane 11? And then, how do we do that without losing FPS? Because lots of people are finding that when they connect it, there's a lot of stuttering going on and that sort of stuff. So we're going to dive on in to X-Plane and then into the iPad and backwards and forwards a few times to walk you through the process of connecting and talk you through one of the big gotchas, which seems to be why people are losing out on their FPS. So let's dive on in and take a look. Okay, so I have my iPad here with ForeFlight on it. You can see the screen on the screen now, and we're in the kind of standard map page as you'd expect to be. Now what we're going to do is go to where we need to connect this. So we press more in the bottom right corner and you've got your selections down the left hand side. We're going to click on devices, and as you can see here it says no supported devices connected. So what we need to do is gain some information from ForeFlight so that we can work out exactly how to connect it. Now it's important to understand that ForeFlight is going to use your router. It's going to use an internet or a local area network connection, I should say, not necessarily the internet connection, to be able to connect X-Plane to ForeFlight itself and for them to be able to communicate. So you have to have them, your computer and your device, in my case an iPad, on the same network. Now I'm going to go into the top right corner, press the little information symbol, and it tells me the name of the network which I'm connected to at the moment. That is the same as the computer that I want to connect to in this case, and it gives me, more importantly, the IP address, the Wi-Fi IP address. So you need to note this down because that's what we're going to tell X-Plane to use to connect to this device and send the information backwards and forwards. So in my case, 192.168.1.19. So like I say, I'm going to note that down. We're going to dive into X-Plane now and pop that information into X-Plane. So here we are then now inside X-Plane. This is where we're going to connect X-Plane, the X-Plane system, to ForeFlight now, in my case on the iPad or whatever smart device you want. So we're going to dive on into settings and we need to go over to network. Now this is where I think most people seem to be going wrong when they're talking about losing lots of frames per second when they connect to ForeFlight. You need to turn off or make sure you haven't got enabled broadcast to all mapping apps on the network. If you click that, then what happens is in the background the X-Plane searches for all kinds of things like serial ports and tries to send the information that it's trying to send to the mapping apps out to as many places as possible. In so doing, it's going to slow down your rendering time, it's going to slow down the flight modeling time, because that is taking up a finite number of processing cycles in terms of searching and sending it out where it doesn't need to go. So what we need to do instead is to click on transmit to a single mapping app. In the enter IP address part, this is where we take the IP address that we had before. So in my case, 192.168.1.19, press enter on that. And as soon as we do that, then X-Plane will start to send broadcast to that IP address all of the information that it needs to. I can see straight away that has picked up on the iPad, and that means that straight away we are now connected. So I'm going to go and test it, and hopefully a fairly straightforward, fairly easy way of connecting the two. If you've got any questions, please drop them in to me. Drop your comments and kind of thoughts and questions down below. Send me an email, matt, M-A-T-T with 2 T's at mrmpw.com. If you're getting any issues with it, let me know and I'll dive on in and try and help anybody. But just a really quick way, lots of confusion. I think most of it was people clicking that broadcast to all mapping apps on the network. Don't do that unless you really need to. Transmit to a single mapping app and you should be good. If you found the video helpful, please give it a like, give it a thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Fly safe and blue skies.